Alright. What is good, YouTube? This is the J-Rex here. I'm gonna do this video to seal the deal on precious metals I made to the precious metal viewers out there. They might be aware that I made a video a couple weeks ago talking about gold and silver, about the price skyrocketing and all that. And man, I had a lot of disagreement with what I was saying. I got a lot of backlash. You can look at the like and dislike bars. That shit's like pretty much like halfway, dead in the center. Half of them agree with me, half of them don't see it my way. So that made me realize, like, yeah, if I'm gonna talk about this shit and if I'm gonna convince people, I'm gonna need the evidence to back it up, to convince people. So I mean, they can agree or disagree with me. That's fine, but I mean, my goal is to help as many people become as rich as possible and to prosper off the economic collapse that is going to hit us soon, very soon. I'm talking like a year soon. We are right at the doorline for an economic collapse, and I want to try to help as many people as I can to prosper during times of economic crisis. So, and I can't do that if people don't believe what I'm saying. So I'm gonna prove why I think that my accusations are correct. So this time I'm gonna show the articles of where I'm getting my information from to back up what I'm saying. And yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth and why I believe gold and silver are going to skyrocket. But yeah, I still stand by what I'm saying. Whoever owns gold and silver are going to be flipping motherfucking rich beyond belief. I still strongly stand by that, and I still think it's going to happen. I mean, I'm not stupid, okay? I think I'm a decently smart man, and I just don't say things right off the bat. If I feel like something's going to happen, I've done my research and I've questioned enough to the point where I feel like what I'm saying is correct. I don't just blindly accept things. I question stuff and I research before I conclude something is correct. So, and I can conclude right now that I believe whoever owns gold and silver are going to be motherfucking rich. So, I got an IQ of 122. I'm smart. I am. I know what I'm saying. I'm positive. I'm smart, man, and I'm gonna prove it with this evidence. So yes. Okay, here we go. So whoever owns gold and silver are gonna be motherfucking rich. I'm gonna start with gold first. Okay, gold. Oh shit! What the hell? Carry my phone with me in case I need to make some calculations, quick ones. But yeah. Gold. In my last video, I said gold should be $110,000. I think when I made that calculation, yeah, I was going off gold being $1,100. So yeah, I'm not too far off that estimate. I think gold is 1,200 now, 1,200 or 1,300. But okay. So the person Jeffrey Christian said, his name is Jeffrey Christian, he works with CPM Group. He's the one that came out and said that precious metals are trading at 100 times the amount of physical that is actually out there. So for every 1 ounce of gold that's out there, there's 100 ounces of paper contracts saying that there's an ounce of gold. So that's why I came up with that estimate. That people were asking me how I came up with 110,000. That's how I came up with it. For every 1 ounce of real gold there's 100 contracts, paper contracts, saying that there's an ounce of gold. So there's 100 times more than what there actually is. 1,100 in that video times 100, 110,000. I think gold is 1,300 right now. So I'm going to multiply 1,300 times 100. That's $130,000. So gold should be $130,000 right now. And I came across, this is the golden part, I came across this article that pretty much solidifies what Jeffrey Christian is saying. This article at Bloomberg or something, Bloomberg, I'm going to show the article, show it right now, evidence, back it up. This article, Bloomberg, stated that there is an $18 trillion market for gold right now. And then I did some calculations, and I wanted to see if this calculation came in accordance with what Jeffrey Christian was saying, 100 times the underlying physical. I came up with the same exact number, close. The calculations I made calculated that the price of gold should be about $125,000. So it was only $5,000 away from what Jeffrey Christian said. Only $5,000. So Jeffrey Christian is saying gold should be $130,000 right now, about. I came up with a calculation of about $125,000 of what the price of gold should be. So that was, Jeffrey Christian was pretty much spot on in what he said. He was pretty much spot on. It's $125,000 or around that area, because the price of gold changes from time to time, and it's not exactly $1,300 right now, and I didn't exactly use the exact estimates of how much gold there was. I rounded the decimal to the closest single digit. So those two things could have thrown off my calculation by maybe $1,000 or $2,000. So pretty much Jeffrey Christian was pretty much spot on in what he said. Now I'm going to explain how I got about $125,000. Oh man, okay, how am I going to explain this? In case for people saying, okay. So what I did, I gathered the data for pretty much how much gold, how much the demand for gold is in the market. I got the data for the gold market, what the demand is for it, what's the market for it, the demand, what's being sold, and I came across this chart from this website. I'm gonna show it, and they told me, what was it, 4,000 tons? Yeah. They told me in the year 2013, which was around the time that Jeffrey Christian came out about the 100 times underlying physical, close. That video was made 2010, and got this from 2013. And what was it? Might be more now. And then I got the article, the Bloomberg article, that came out 2014. So 2013 is right around that area. But the market for gold in about 2013 was 4,080 metric tons. So I had to calculate how many ounces that was, and I calculated the ounces. I converted 4,080 tons to ounces. I got I wish I had my history. But I got that number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I used the amount of ounces that I had from... Damn it! I should have wrote it down. For solidify. Making the video too late. Hold on. I'm going to save this picture so you can see that exact thing I got. Print screen. Okay, converted the tons to ounces. I got that many ounces, and then I multiplied those ounces by the price of gold right now, which is about $1,300, and then I multiplied the ounces by the price, the current price, and I got another number, and then I divided I divided the $18 trillion market by that number, and that number is the actual real price of what the market is right now. So I divided the fake market value by the actual real market value of gold, and I divided that, and I got another number, and then I used that number. That number was the amount of times that the gold market was manipulated. That's what the number was, and I multiplied that number by fuck. I multiplied that number by another number. What was the number? Yeah, I multiplied that number by 1,300, because the number that I got was the amount of that was the result of how many times the market was manipulated. And so if it was manipulated this many times, and I manipulated it, and then I multiplied it by 1,300, that would be the actual price of what gold is. Okay. So say, it's like 100 times. So say the number I got was like 100 times. It's manipulated 100 times, and then I multiplied 100 times by 1,300, 130,000. I hope you guys got an idea of what I'm saying, but if anybody needs further explanation, I will reply to them on YouTube. But yeah, regardless, I got pretty much the same exact number that Jeffrey Christian was saying, 130,000. Between 120,000 and 130,000, which pretty much was spot on in what Jeffrey Christian was saying. Bottom line, Jeffrey Christian is right. The price of gold should be about $120,000, $130,000 right now. Jeffrey Christian was right, and this article is solid proof that he's right. Solid proof. He says this is what the price is, what the price should be. I come across another article from a different company saying what the market actually is, and I calculate the numbers, and I get the same exact number that Jeffrey Christian was saying. So I mean, that's just, you can't get any more concrete than that. The fact that what he stated and what I got were the same exact numbers, like spot on, like right there, right in that area, just further proves he's right. If he was lying, if he was wrong, his number would be nowhere near my number. Like, they would be two different things. What he was saying was so inaccurate and off. So he's correct. Gold should be $130,000 right now. Right now, it should be it. I'm telling you, people are going to be so rich. People don't realize this. Like, I wish that more people would be buying gold and silver, but people can be so stubborn and they refuse to accept the evidence that they're given. And people are just so stubborn. I talk about this shit with people at work all the time. They don't want to listen to me. Like, they got this evidence dead smack in the face and they still refuse to acknowledge it. And that's going to be their doing. They're going to miss out on one of the biggest opportunities for them to become rich. And another thing, for gold. In a video from Mike Maloney, he was saying when Germany collapsed, when their currency collapsed back in the early 1900s, when it just collapsed from hyperinflation, when the currency died, people were able to buy a whole city block for 25 ounces of gold. Oh my god. Do you believe how crazy that is? 25 ounces of gold, that's like what? Fucking $30,000 now? So people spent $30,000 to $35,000 on gold, and in exchange for that, they were able to buy a whole city block. They bought a whole city block for about $35,000. What the fuck? That that is crazy. That person, oh my god, do you imagine how rich gold owners would have been at that time? They'd be buying up the whole city, man, just for some gold, just for a couple ounces of gold that they got, man. They'll be buying buildings over here and there just for one gold coin. It's fucking crazy. And what's more astonishing, that was when only one currency collapsed at the time. Now the whole world has currencies. So, that was just one currency, you know. Now the whole world is on a currency, on a dying currency too. That's backed by another dying currency. What's going to happen when all these currencies fall apart after the dollar dies? When all these currencies that are backed by a dead dollar, what's going to happen to all of them? Everything's going to fall apart, and it's pretty much going to be the Germany situation all over again on fucking steroids, pumped up anabolic ecstasy steroids. Like, holy god. It's just crazy how rich people could be potentially become from this. Like, this is the people are going to be so rich, millionaires, possibly even billionaires, just for having some couple ounces of gold in their pocket, man. Just like, holy god, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be amazing. We people who had never thought they'd be rich are going to be filthy rich beyond their wildest dreams, man. It's going to be so amazing. And I can't wait. And what's even better, silver is going to be even bigger than gold. Much bigger. Silver is so much more cheaper than gold, and there's so much more profit opportunity than gold. Like, holy god, it's silver is basically going to be, gold is pretty much Super Saiyan 1, and and then silver is pretty much like Super Saiyan 2 on the Kaioken, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be powered up, man, like Kaioken, Super Saiyan. Oh, what is this? Okay, now on to silver. Why I think silver is going to be bigger than gold. Okay, this should be easier. This should be easier to explain because I'm more familiar with the silver market than the gold market. So I can explain what I did with silver, the mathematics behind silver, and that's pretty much the same strategy I used for the gold price. So whatever I did to figure out the price of silver, just use that strategy to calculate the gold price, and you'll get my numbers. So I'm going to try to explain it again. Hopefully I can explain it better because I know the silver market a lot better. Okay. Silver market is, according to Bloomberg, the silver market is $20 trillion. Now, Bloomberg admitted that is fraud. That is a lie. That is way beyond what the silver market actually is. So the silver market, according to Bloomberg, is $5 trillion right now, which is completely bogus because we only have 1 billion ounces of silver circulating in the market, per year. And, there's a 5 trillion annual market per year, which is bogus. So 1 billion ounces of silver going through the market every year. The price of silver is $20. So what does that make it? You multiply $20 by 1 billion, that's $20 billion. So that's what the real market value of silver is per year. That's how much money is being pumped into silver per year. $20 billion. But there's a $5 trillion market for silver every year. So what the fuck? What is that? So that would mean the silver market is inflated. Oh, no. It's inflated 5 trillion. 1, 2, 3, 1,000. Million. Billion. trillion. 5 trillion divided by 1, 2, 3,000. 1, 2, 3 million. Billion. 250 times. What if I could have did that in my head? It's a 0. The silver market is manipulated 250 times. 250 times. 250 times 20 bucks. $5,000. Silver should be $5,000 an ounce right now. That's it. Well, silver's about, what is it, 17 bucks now? Whatever. It's still about $20. So silver should be about $5,000 right now, give or take, maybe $4,500. I don't know, I mean, at the time that article was created, silver was about 20 bucks. It might not be a 5 trillion market anymore. It might have gone up since then. It might be a 6 trillion market now. They might be pumping more fake silver into the market. So at the time, silver was around $20 at the time that article was made. So at that time, silver should have been $5,000 back in around 2013. Holy shit. Oh my god. Ooh! 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 $5,000! Ooh! That's fucking crazy. So, $5,000. That's crazy. So, $20. So you spend $20 on an ounce of silver, and you make $5,000 off that ounce of silver. That's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Holy God. This ounce right here should be worth $5,000. 5,000 motherfucking dollars. This little tiny piece of metal right here, $5,000. Oh my god. Holy God, $5,000. There's a lot more where that came from too. So, point being stated, whoever owns gold and silver are going to be banging rich. Oh man, and there's so much more potential for silver to go beyond $5,000. Like I said, there's mining shortages. Mining companies are shutting down now. They're not making enough money. The silver supply continues to dwindle year after year to consumption, and government stockpiles are running out. Companies shutting down, can't make any more silver, going out of business, not making enough money. There's going to be a shortage. And whenever there's a shortage, the price just escalates tremendously. I'm talking about we could have like a rhodium, a similar situation like the rhodium crisis, where rhodium went up from like $500 an ounce to $10,000 an ounce. The same thing could happen to silver, except on a much bigger scale. And we need silver for everything. We need silver basically for computers and TVs and what was it? Solar panels and cell phones. So a lot of companies need this stuff, and if they can't get it, there will likely be a panic buying, just like what happened to rhodium and palladium. Panic buying from the big companies, leading to a skyrocketing price of the precious metal. So whoever owns gold and silver are going to be rich, very rich, and it's going to be a great time for precious metal investors. And these numbers from Bloomberg and from Jeffrey Christian just further solidify the evidence of what the actual price should be. And people are saying, some people in the previous video were saying, oh, well, if it goes up to if it goes up, if gold goes up to $100,000, everything else is gonna go up too. Like bread's gonna be like $10,000 or some shit. So the pretty much the gold going up in value is not gonna really do anything because everything else is gonna go up. I'm telling these people right now, gold should be $130,000 right now. So $130,000 right now at a time where bread is fucking like, I don't know, $2 or $3 a loaf, and a car is like a brand new car, like what, $20,000? So no. So imagine if somebody bought, yeah, was it? And a car wasn't, what, 10 years ago? 10 years ago, the price of a car was still $20,000, wasn't it? It was $20,000. And maybe $15 at the least. $15,000 for a brand new car 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, gold was like, what, $300? So $300. So a price of a car went up only $5,000. And so the price of a car went up about 25% within 10 years. And the value of gold went up about like 200-300%. So even if the prices of other things go up, gold's price rise is going to surpass any of those price rises of any of those other commodities. So whatever. So yeah, that's bogus. And if the price of bread goes up to $2,000, gold is going to go up right along with it. So bread will be like $2,000, and then by that point, gold will probably be worth fucking $1 million for 1 ounce. Okay, but I hope I was able to further solidify what I was saying. People are going to be very rich off of gold and silver. It's going to be a great time for us all. But I hope people won't just use this gold and silver for selfish reasons. I hope these newly founded millionaires and billionaires will be able to use their newfound wealth to make the world a better place. I highly recommend everybody check out the Venus Project. It's a society that doesn't use money, that all the jobs are fully automated by machines and robots, and there's no such thing as work anymore, and there's no such thing as poverty or misery or suffering or hunger anymore. It's pretty much abundance and sustainability for all, and I recommend everybody check out the Venus Project and hopefully use their newly found wealth to donate to the organization to help build a much better future for humanity and its people. I know when silver skyrockets, I plan on using some of the profits that I gained from silver to donate to the Venus Project, because I mean, it's time for money to go. The only reason why I'm investing in silver is I want to use that money to donate to the Venus Project to help end money, and build a much better future for future generations, where people don't have to worry about starving or on the streets or poverty or any of that. And I hope people check that out. But yeah, I hope this video helped helped further convince people to buy precious metals. But yes, people are going to be so rich, they're going to be mind fucked beyond belief when the price rises, and they're going to be jizzing their pants all the way to the bank. In a year or 2 or 3, there's going to be a lot of jizz on the streets. It's going to be a great time for precious metal investors. Thank you for watching. Hope this video helped. Peace.